Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors goes to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. This is Arabiah coming at you from the Chicago camp with a quick lesson. I titled this lesson, The Start of the Digital ID. So this is starting the digital ID in the U.S., and they're using gradualism to start it. They're gradually moving over. This is going to bring forth the MOTB. That's an acronym for the Mark of the Beast. By the way, I want to tell you that this lesson is only for teaching purposes. I'm not getting anything from it. Fair use, fair use. This is only for teaching purposes only. So anyway, this digital ID is going to bring forth the MOTB. That's the mark of the beast. So they're gradually moving into that in America. And they're making it clear that if you look at the title, that it's going to begin mandatory tracking. So they're using what ICE is doing and the migrants that they let in, they're using that to implement this new system that they wanted to bring forth anyway. This is what they're doing, So why are they doing this? Because they know that their rulership is coming to an end and they have a short time here. Let's get that. Let's go to Revelations chapter 12, verse 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time." So I'm talking about Esau, the Edomites, the government, they know that they have a short time here. So what are they going to do? They're going to use their technology to implement their plan, their new system. These people are not people of wisdom and understanding. They don't deal with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. They deal with their science. That's their God. That's where their power is at, is in their technology. And that's what they're going to bring forth. They know that these people are the end of the world. Let's get that before I play this video. Let's go to 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 7. It says, "Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of times? Or when shall the end of the first and the beginning of it that follow? And he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow." So we got next the so-called black man, the so-called 12 tribes, the so-called Puerto Rican man, and so-called Mexican man, which is Issachar and Ephraim and Jacob, Judah. We got next. And these people know it, so they have to go to great lengths. They got to bring forth this new system to try to stay in power, because they feel that they can beat the Most High and they can outdo this Bible, but it's not going to happen. They figure through their technology, they're going to be able to do what they want to do. So anyway, let me play this video. Check this out.
2026, a major change will affect millions of permanent residents traveling in and out of the United States. From that point forward, every entry and exit will be digitally tracked. Facial recognition scans will be mandatory at airports and border points, and there will be no exemptions. Children under 14 and adults over 79 will also be scanned. Authorities confirm that travel data will be automatically cross-checked with multiple government systems, including tax records, DMV files, and Social Security databases. Even minor inconsistencies could trigger secondary screening. Officials warn that travelers with unresolved issues, unpaid taxes, documentation mismatches, or administrative flags may face long delays, questioning, or additional inspections. In some cases, entry could be temporarily denied until records are verified. Airports are already preparing for longer lines, slower processing, and increased scrutiny. What used to be routine travel may now involve hours of waiting and unexpected checks. Experts advise permanent residents to review all personal records carefully before traveling. Any outdated or incorrect information could create serious problems at the border. These rules are coming fast, and once they begin, there will be no adjustment period. The message is clear. Travel will no longer be simple. Preparation is no longer optional. Stay alert, prepare, stay informed, and make sure everything is in order before you leave the country. Starting in January 2020.
Wow. Now, listening to this, what does unpaid fines got to do with you taking a vacation? Some people may not be able to pay, something, and they planned a vacation years in advance and they want to take it. What does that have to do with anything? This is letting you know that Esau is trying to implement his new law, his new system, where he's going to control everything. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 47, verse 10. It says, For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, and thou hast said, None seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it has perverted thee. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else besides me. So this is the spirit he has on him. He doesn't care about anybody else. All he cares about is his technology and his wisdom to oppress a man, and he just cares about his laws. Nobody else. I am and none else besides me. When it talks about thou said in thy heart, meaning in his mind, this is where we at, I want to go to Sirach chapter 14. I want to Sirach chapter 14, verse 7. Now, this is letting you know, and this is a perfect example of, this is supposed to be in protection for the migrants, but this is really a way for him to implement and to oppress the people that are here, the citizens, and to bring forth his new system. But he's using the migrants to do it, which the previous administration brought him here, and now he's bringing them out. It was all done by plan. It's all done by design. It says, if he does, this is Ecclesiastes, Sirach chapter 14, verse 7. It says, if he doeth good, he do it unwillingly, and at last he will declare his wickedness. And that is the perfect truth. He's declaring who he is. This is supposed to be a good thing, but he's doing it. You're finding out that he's doing it to bring forth his new order. It says, verse 8, it says, an envious man has a wicked eye. He turneth away his face and despiseth men. This is this man. It says, a covetous man's eye is not satisfied with his own portion. You're going to take greenly, remember? And it says, and the iniquity of the wicked dried up his soul. Verse 10, it says, a wicked eye envieth his bread and is a nigger at the table. This is all Esau, man. This is what he's doing. It's all about him. He's never satisfied. He just said he's going to take Greenland whether you like it or not. He's going to take Mexico. He was over in Venezuela stealing oil. Let me go to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Let's start at verse 7. It says, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he that will now letteth will let, until he be taken out of the way. Then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power, signs, and lying wonders. This is Esau. Verse 10, listen to this. It says, with all deceitfulness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they shall be saved, that they might be saved. So this man is doing everything in deceit, and he's deceiving the masses of people. He is the mystery of iniquity. Nobody knows, but this man, he is the mystery of wickedness. The so-called white man. Everything he does, he tries to play like that he's the righteous, but he's doing everything in wickedness, and he's doing everything to deceive the masses, to bring forth his system to oppress the whole world and to put him above everyone. Anyway, I want to give all praises and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rekakadash. Double honors goes to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful light. Shalom to next time, Lord willing. Shalom.